Hey everybody, this is Melissa from Central Park Yoga here in Sterling, doing day 2 of the virtual practice. Given our situation in the world today, I'm just trying to make sure that I get as much self-love, self-healing practices out to anybody that needs it at this time. So today's practice is going to be a little bit different. Not like a traditional class. I'm actually just going to work through some breath techniques to help calm anxieties and realign the right and left hemispheres of the brain. So I'm going to teach you through some of those breath techniques, and then I'm going to do a little bit of sound healing for you. So I just have a Tibetan bowl here, and then I have a couple devices here. They're called tingshas. So hopefully they sound good to you over the video. They usually sound really good in practice. So just take a moment and find a comfortable seat. You don't have to be on the floor. Maybe you just want to sit in a chair, whatever makes you feel good, okay? So if you didn't know, if you don't know me personally or you don't come to my practices, I recently just returned from India, and I did my 300-hour yoga teacher training there through Indra Yoga Institute. So part of my training with them was trauma-informed yoga, which is starting to really become a definite need in our society. So people that suffer from high anxiety, post-traumatic stress disorders, maybe sexual trauma. There's lots of different things that fall into the category of trauma. So I'm going to bring a little bit of that into the start of our practice today. So it's something I've never done in any of my classes, but I think it's needed. So just take a moment and get cozy on your seat. Maybe close the eyes if you're comfortable with it. Drop the chin in a little. Letting go of any pressure through the neck. And take the shoulders down. Notice the length of your spine. Try not to slump like this with your posture. So sitting up nice and tall. And just take a couple of moments to kind of tune in to the body. Notice your breath pattern. Maybe take a few deep breaths here. We should start to notice as we breathe a little bit deeper and we start to kind of tune in to our being, that things start to kind of slow down a little bit. We start to feel a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more calm in the mind. And we're going to work through what's called, or what I know as, cleansing pranayama. So cleansing pranayama is designed to kind of let go of anything in our energetic body, our subtle body, that is not serving us. So eliminating, or when we exhale, we're releasing, letting go of things maybe that we're storing in our physical body and our energetic body that we don't need anymore. Things we need to let go. So the way that a cleansing pranayama breath works is we're going to take a nice long inhale through the nose. And on the exhale, release through the mouth. And we want a lot of power behind the exhale. So, and work through that again. So take a nice long inhale. And exhale. Couple more of those, nice long inhale. And exhale, let it all go. Let's do one more. Just pause for a moment. Come back to normal breath. Maybe the eyes are closed, maybe they're open. Just breathing here. Notice any change or any shift about how we feel physically, and also how is our mind responding to the breath. As you're ready, go ahead and blink your eyes open if they're closed. And let's switch our legs if we're on our seat with cross leg. So just bring whichever one's on the top to the bottom or front to the back. And then reroute. So rock back and forth a little bit and find your sit bones. There are 2 bones in your bottom. That's where we want to feel nice and balanced or rooted. Kind of like roots of a tree grounding us into earth. And we'll sit up nice and tall again with the spine. Take those shoulders and draw them down and back. Next thing we're going to work through is called Nadi Shodhana, which is alternate nasal breathing. So this breath technique might feel a little silly or awkward at first, but it helps tremendously. So if you don't know much about me, I've suffered from anxiety and panic for a very long time. I'm 38. I would say probably in my early 20s is when it really started to manifest physically. So yoga was one of the only things outside of pharmaceuticals that gave me relief, okay? So this breath technique is designed to counter anxiety, to counter panic. So breath work can be done anywhere. You don't have to be in a yoga class. You can do it at home. You can do it with your kids. It's safe for your children. You could, if you're still working, lucky you, right? But if you're still working, maybe find a space at work where you can step aside and work through this breath technique because it will really help you to calm your mind down, to relieve any anxieties that we're feeling. Right now, I would say anxieties are very high, and I don't care who you are. There's a lot going on in our world that we're not certain of what's going to happen. Things that we're used to doing are slowly kind of going away for our safety or for health, right? To protect us during this epidemic, which is fine and dandy, but we need to be able to have ways outside of medications to be able to calm the mind down. So this is a simple technique that anybody can do. So what we're going to do for this breath technique, and again, open up yourself a little bit for this. It might seem a little awkward. So we're going to take our right hand. Go ahead and just make a fist first. You're going to lift up your pinky and your ring finger and your thumb. So these 3 fingers are going to stay open. The index finger and the middle finger will stay closed down. What we're going to do is use our thumb, and we're going to block the right side of the nose with your thumb. Don't close it where your nostril like flares open. Go right above, there's that crease above your nostril. If you push there gently, it'll close the nostril space. So we're gonna start like this, and then we're gonna take an inhale through the left side of the nose. Now we're gonna block the left side with our pinky and ring finger. We're gonna open up the right, and we're gonna exhale. We're gonna inhale through the right. Now we're going to close the right with the thumb and then exhale through the left. Inhale through your left. Close the left and exhale through your right. Inhale through the right. Close the right off and exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Close the left side off and exhale out the right. Inhaling through left. Inhaling through the right, and then close the right, exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. Close the left side off, exhale through the right. Inhale through right. Close it off, exhale through left. Inhale through the left. Closing left side off and exhale through the right. Inhale through the right. Close the right off, exhale through the left. Inhale through your left. Close the left off, exhale out the right. Let the hand release down. Allowing the eyes to stay closed if you're comfortable with it. And just come back to your normal breath. Soak up any residue, any feeling from the Nadi Shodhana, the alternate nasal breathing. Notice the change physically and mentally. On your next inhale, or whenever you're ready, blink your eyes open. And I'm going to bring in a little bit of education from the trauma-informed training that I did over in India very recently. So what I want you to do, and this might feel a little funny as well, or out of our norm, but we want to just shake any energy out that maybe we don't want anymore. So are we feeling tight through the body? Are we feeling anxious? Are we feeling that we just need to move? So maybe just start by shaking your hands, your wrists. Maybe move your shoulders up and down quick. Just shaking it out. Shaking any energy away from the body and get it out. Maybe coming back to the hand. Shake it up. Remember while we're doing movements of the body to continue to breathe. So don't hold your breath. Maybe we bring in the head and just move it side to side. Maybe shaking it down, go easy on your neck. Let's shake it up. If you feel the need, you can come off of your seat. Hopefully you can still see my whole body here. Good. So we could shake the feet. Just shake it out. Maybe there's still some more stagnant energy in the body. We could kind of just tap the body in different spots to get some energy moving. So just lightly tapping the legs. Tapping the tummy. Maybe a little back. Maybe working up to the chest. Again, we don't want to tap ourselves too hard. Maybe working down our arms. Neck. Making sure we hit both sides of the body. Just getting any stagnant energy out. Maybe brush. You can jump. You can shake. Let it go. Maybe bringing some of that cleansing pranayama in. Exhaling through the mouth. Let it go. Good. Maybe pause, see how you feel, swing the arms. Notice how the body feels. Good. Just letting go. Shake the legs out one more time. Maybe shake one side, then the other. Hands. Once you're done and you feel good, all that stagnant energy is gone, come back to seat. And I'd encourage you all to do those exercises or those techniques as often as you need. So you don't have to wait until you're with me in a yoga class or you're, I know some of you may be pulling this up in different areas. So it doesn't matter if you're in a yoga class or not. Use these practices as much as you need to in your day-to-day. We'll go ahead and you can come back to your seat. I'm going to work through now a little bit of sound healing. I'm keeping this practice a little bit shorter today since I uploaded a full practice already earlier this morning. So I'm going to keep this one a little bit short. I guess really just be comfortable here. So if you want, you can stay seated, or another nice option might be to take a pillow or whatever you need. If you're inside, maybe take your legs and put them up a wall, okay? Legs up the wall, posturing yoga, very therapeutic for anxiety, okay? It allows the heart rate to calm. So maybe we find this position. So what we would do is scooch our body up real close to a wall. Roll yourself around and let your legs come up. Maybe put a pillow underneath your head and just let your arms relax wherever they're comfortable, okay? So allow yourself a few moments to get situated. If you need to pause me while you get yourself situated, that's totally fine. So just allow yourself to settle. Maybe closing the eyes. Let your body just settle. So bring some ease from your crown of your head down to the tips of your toes. Take some deep breaths. And I want you to just focus in on your breath here. How does it sound? How does it feel? And just allow your ears to remain open, because I'm going to work through some sound for you. So usually what I tell my students when they're here with me in the shala is to try to follow the sounds of the instruments. So I'll ask you to do the same, and it just kind of helps you to fall into a meditative state. take a few moments and just absorb the residue from the sounds. Notice how we feel in the body and in the mind. If we're lying down with legs up the wall or just lying down, take a moment to waken the body, maybe wiggling out your fingers and your toes. And as you're ready, just come up to your seat. And we'll meet in a comfortable cross-legged position. Sitting up nice and tall, rooting through the sit bones. Maybe palms down on the knees, or we could turn our palms up. Take a couple of breaths here. We'll bring our hands into Anjali Mudra, which is prayer, and just press your thumbs gently to your chest. Encouraging all of you to send blessings, to send light to your families, to yourself, to people, humankind around the world. May all beings be free from suffering. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. As always, honoring divine light before I close my practices. So that space within us that is shared amongst all beings, the light from within. Honoring that space always, and never forgetting what it does for us. Connecting, uniting, and making us one together. Namaste. Thank you. I will see you all for day 3 practice tomorrow. Have a great day. Good night, good evening, wherever you are. Much love.